Now at 10, a barrage of bullets. New video is shedding light on a violent shooting in the area, how investigators hope it will help identify the shooters. Then, a standing ovation. Brian Health is celebrating a doctor's final day in the operating room. The heartfelt tribute waiting for him after his final surgery. Also, a final farewell.
You learn a lot about the people. You learn about the town. And Gary took that very, very serious.
A community is mourning Chief Gary Young, the impact he left on Crete after more than 4 decades of service. And homes rocked.
I could feel it on my chest. It was so scary.
A powerful explosion left several buildings in ruins. What caused the powerful blast? We start tonight with a severe weather alert. The calm before the storm. We're taking a live look from our tower camera over Lincoln. It's a quiet end to the day, but that could change in a hurry as storms are moving toward the area. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good to have you with us once again. I'm Rod Fowler. Let's get right over to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro, who's tracking these storms. Dom, I think Mother Nature's knocking on our door.
And she is indeed, Rod. And for some folks, that knocking might be a little louder than others as we take a look mainly out towards the Tri-Cities as this line of showers and thunderstorms starting to make its way along Interstate 80, mainly close to Kearney, Grand Island, though the Columbus area this is passing through a few minutes ago as well. Not quite made it here to the capital city just yet, but I'd give it another hour or so before we see these storms moving on through. A couple severe warnings throughout the night, mainly for the potential of damaging winds out of this line so far. And for the moment, things are behaving, but we got our eyes on it, especially as it gets closer here to the capital city. We do still have that severe thunderstorm watch then in place for south central and eastern Nebraska until 1 o'clock Friday morning. The Omaha metro area and the surrounding counties, as well as a few counties there in western Iowa, were recently added to this. So it's just kind of accounting then for that strong line as it continues to move then south and east across our area. High temperatures earlier today, 87 in Lincoln, 87 in Beatrice, 87 as well in Grand Island. Isn't that kind of cool? 101 in Ogallala, 100 degrees for your high today in McCook, and 97 in Imperial. That summertime heat not too far away, even though it was a touch cooler today. So we take another quick look outside here. Wanted to try and see if we can get a little bit of lightning on our Berry Law camera. Looks like we're going to have to wait a touch longer for that one. As yeah, we'll have our eye on these storms as we go throughout the rest of the evening. More details on that forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dom. And as storms roll into our area, we want to see what you're seeing. Just scan the QR code there on your screen. You can download the Now Local News app. Send your photos and videos into us, showing us the conditions in your area. Your submissions could make it on the air, and you could even make a little money by doing so. Breaking now, Nebraska flags will fly at half-staff this Saturday to honor a fallen firefighter. Governor Pillen has ordered flags across the state to be lowered from sunrise to sunset on Saturday in honor of firefighter Nathan Matthews. The Lincoln native died last week from injuries he suffered while battling a wildfire near the Colorado-Utah border. His memorial will be held Saturday in Grand Junction, Colorado. As our back-to-school drive today has, well, it's come to an end. And we here at Channel 8 want to say a big thank you. Thank you to everyone who donated. It's always nice to see the community coming together to help fill trailers with backpacks, notebooks, pencils, and other classroom essentials. All of the donations will go to Lincoln Public School students to help them start the school year with the supplies they need. I had a chance to meet some of you today. It is always an honor, and again, thank you. Developing now, newly released video is shedding light on a North Omaha gun battle. You can't see much in this video, right? But what you're about to hear tells the story. Police say more than 30 shots were fired during the exchange. Take a listen. Police say a whopping total of 34 shots were fired during this May 24th shooting in North Omaha. Investigators say a man was shot in the stomach after an argument before others returned fire. The victim survived, but police say he hasn't cooperated with the investigation. Detectives are now asking for the public's help identifying the shooters. New details now. The son of an NFL coach will undergo a mental health evaluation after being accused of shooting his mother. Here's new video showing the moment law enforcement moved in and detained 27-year-old Elijah Bieniemy, the son of Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator. Here's a closer look at that video. Elijah is accused of shooting his mother in Virginia. Well, today a judge there ordered a mental health evaluation for the 27-year-old, with court documents saying the evaluation will help determine whether he's able to assist in his own defense. And earlier this week, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid gave an update on the victim's condition.
Update on Mia. Bieniemy, she's doing great. She's doing better and great from where she was out of the ICU unit and making progress. So we're happy about that, and EB's still with her, and that part's important that that's taking place.
Investigators say Elijah shot his 57-year-old mother inside their Virginia home Sunday. Elijah is being held without bond and is scheduled to return to court in September. And the U.S. Senate may soon be considering a revision to the Farm Bill that would permanently make E15 gas more available all across the country. Politico is reporting Republican senators are planning to introduce the bill sometime next week, probably on Thursday. It's set to loosen regulation around ethanol and allow more refiners to sell E15 gas all year round. The move gaining massive support here in the Midwest, of course, especially among corn growers. Well, right now, the city of Crete and surrounding areas are mourning the loss of Crete Police Chief Gary Young. The Thayer County Sheriff's Office is collecting cards to drop off at Chief Young's funeral in Crete on Monday. They say their sheriff and some of their other staff members will be there in attendance. Support is also coming in from all over the state. Well, Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva went to Crete today to speak with their mayor and Crete's acting police chief. She's learning more about the chief's impact and how the department is planning to move forward.
It may look like your average day here in Crete, but behind the walls of their city hall here behind me and other city agencies, people are grieving the loss of a man who made it a point to know everyone. And the city's mayor giving city employees the day off so that they can attend the funeral of police officer Gary Young and say their goodbyes.
He was very respected by the community for all of his involvement. After 41 years of being in law enforcement in Crete, Nebraska, you learn a lot about the people, you learn about the town, and Gary took that very, very serious.
Crete Mayor Dave Bowers says it was obvious that Young was a family man through and through, modeling the role of police chief after his own values.
He understood family and the meaning of those relationships. And one thing about our police department is they're a very busy department, and Gary had built those relationships up with surrounding communities through our sheriff's department and the state patrol.
Appointed while Young was still in the hospital, the current acting chief, John Puckett, worked alongside Gary since 2011, sharing much of his morals. He describes how the department is coping.
It hurts you. Everybody's in shock, leaning on each other, and Gary taught us that.
Also describing a different side of Young.
He was unique.
Known for getting things done with a simple "let's go," he was also known for his love of music and philosophy, starting the day playing music from a portable speaker and beginning department meetings with quotes from Marcus Aurelius.
He was a philosopher. He was a music lover. He was a passionate man about so many different things that we can't replicate that.
Puckett adds there's a lot of trauma that can come along with the job, and Gary took that into account, showing just how deeply he cared.
You'll get, all the life experiences. We have divorces. We have, the same thing as everybody else does. And so you just have it in your second house, which is here. Right, and Gary made this a home.
The department is carrying Gary's legacy by maintaining his priorities and helping take care of Gary's beloved wife, Linda, his kids, and grandkids. Chief Young will be laid to rest on Monday, August 3rd in Lincoln. We'll have more details at klkntv.com. Reporting in Crete, Danielle Da Silva, Channel 8 News.
All right. Thank you, Danielle. And on Monday, we will be there in Crete when the community comes together to honor Chief Young. And when we aren't on air, we're going to be updating the Now Local News app and our website, KLKNTV.com. New at 10, millions have been raised to help Nebraska ranchers recover from those summer wildfires. The Nebraska Cattlemen Disaster Relief Fund has now raised more than $2 million from more than 2,500 donors across 48 states and 5 countries. The money will go directly to producers impacted by the wildfires. Application for relief remain open until September 1st. Also new at 10, UNL has been awarded an $18 million national science grant that is intended to create a new materials research center. Scientists there will work on the next generation of computers, artificial intelligence, and other emerging technology. University leaders say the award puts Nebraska among the nation's top research institutions. Well, stay with us. We have plenty more coming your way after the break, such as fire on the farm. A tractor fire quickly spread into a nearby field. And all new tomorrow morning, the next feature story in our back to school coverage. Wake up with Channel 8's Meg West as a new generation of students embrace artificial intelligence. Emma Norwood walks us through how students are learning to use it responsibly.
And storm chances continue over the next several hours ahead of a couple cooler days in the forecast heading into the weekend. I'll have more details coming up in that full forecast after the break.
On camera, a massive house explosion rocks an Ohio neighborhood. Take a look at this. The blast left one home flattened and damaged several others, forcing dozens of people from their homes. The next sound you're about to hear changed this neighborhood in an instant. Wow. Firefighters say a natural gas leak triggered this explosion just before 4 a.m. this morning. 2 people were hurt, including one man who suffered burns to 80% of his body. The blast also preventing 23 people from going back to their homes. Neighbors say the explosion felt like an earthquake.
And I was immediately calling 911 because I knew something wasn't right, running past all of our windows that were blown in. And then when we came outside, like, everybody knew something was wrong, and then we looked to the back, and this house is just on fire, like flames everywhere. You could feel the flames from the front yard. It was horrible.
Investigators say the home that blew up was empty and are still working to determine what exactly caused the gas leak. New at 10, firefighters working quickly to stop a field fire before it could spread. O'Neill Fire and Rescue says crews were called last night to a tractor and baler fire just southwest of O'Neill. While firefighters were responding, the fire spread into the surrounding grass. Crews alongside local farmers quickly got the fire under control before it could spread any further. Well, right now, Bryan Health is celebrating the retirement of a longtime physician. I love this video. Doctors, nurses, and staff surprised Dr. Donald Gibbons with an honor walk after his final surgery. Gibbons is retiring after 37 years at Bryan Health, where he helped deliver babies and cared for generations of patients. Look at that line of colleagues and supporters. They thanked him for his dedication, his compassion, and lasting impact on the community.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, we're not out of the woods just yet for that severe storm potential as we head into your Thursday evening. Still tracking then the possibility of a few strong to severe storms in southeastern Nebraska with then a morning chance for a few spot showers. These likely going to be fairly isolated in nature, but could come anywhere from the early morning here on Monday to then the early afternoon as this system continues to depart to our east, and then a cooler couple of days here, both here for the end of the week on Friday and as we head into the start of the weekend. So that's going to be very much welcome then after several warmer days earlier this week. As we take a quick look outside here, ABC Seamless camera north 48th and Cornhusker Highway. This looking off to the east, so fairly quiet here for the moment. Temperatures across the state cooler where we've seen those showers and storms throughout the majority of the afternoon and evening. The upper 60s in Broken Bow, O'Neill, Grand Island at 69 degrees, but gets warmer then ahead of that line of storms. We take a look here in southeastern Nebraska, still 80 here in Lincoln, 79 in the Beatrice area, 78 in Hebron, 76 over in Hastings, in the upper 60s as well there for Grand Island. That lines up very well with this line of showers and thunderstorms. We're kind of, as I was telling Rod earlier, this is kind of the point where the rubber meets the road with this particular system. Is running into this area here in southeast Nebraska, where we saw a lot of cloud cover earlier today. So whether or not these storms are going to have fuel to sustain themselves, that is kind of the question here as we take a better look at this line stretching all the way basically from Sioux City, Iowa down towards Grand Island, and even a few very tail end of that trying to reach its way down towards McCook. As we take a look at stormcast going forward, this is likely pushing through the capital city here right around 11 o'clock and will continue to move south and east as we head through the overnight hours. Beatrice, portions of Gage County there, getting a little bit of this as it moves on out as well. And then there's a look at those chance spot showers here in southeastern Nebraska too as we head towards the start of your day on Monday morning. And as you can kind of see the rotation of this larger low pressure system off to our east, that may even give a few more lighter showers then for northeastern Nebraska, and we'll try and work its way to the I-80 corridor very early then in the afternoon, but shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. Clear skies as we head towards the start of your weekend on Saturday, and continuing to be the case as we head towards the lunchtime. Even wrapping things up, should actually see a lot of sunshine. Temperatures will be a little more manageable during the weekend as well, so Saturday looks to be a great day to get outside and enjoy some nice weather. As we take a look though, we do still have that severe thunderstorm watch in place until 1 o'clock on your Friday morning. That does include us in the capital city, Beatrice, Grand Island, the Columbus area. It was expanded then to include the Omaha area as this line continues to push on through. We are still under that slight level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather, meaning scattered severe storms are possible along this line, and mainly the damaging wind concern at this point in time for these storms. If we do see them intensify anymore, 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts are the kind of the peak intensity that we're looking at for the rest of the evening. We're also monitoring the potential for some excessive rainfall, especially for us here in the capital city, where we've seen several busy days. It was less than 48 hours ago that we saw close to 1.5 inches of precipitation. And while that isn't necessarily the case for some of the surrounding areas, excessive rainfall is still kind of a concern as we go through the overnight hours. So keep an eye then out for areas of localized flash flooding. Temperatures tomorrow will range then from the upper 70s to low 80s in eastern Nebraska to some of those more typical summertime temperatures, the mid to upper 80s to lower 90s as you get out towards far southwestern Nebraska and into portions of the Panhandle. As we take a look then at the start of August, 85 for your high temperature on Saturday. Lots of sunshine back into the upper 80s and lower 90s as we get started with the work week. Now we're going to be dry here for just a little bit with our next best chance of precipitation coming there late Tuesday and into the day on Wednesday. We'll see what models kind of hash out with that over the next couple of days, but temperatures either at average or maybe just a couple degrees below there, sticking around the 80s here for some time, so no complaints on that. All right, Rod, weather trivia time. Well, now we've been busy with rainfall the last couple of days, so what is the highest amount of precipitation Lincoln has seen in the month of July?
This is just a guess, my friend. I'm going to say D.
You are right. It was July of 1993. Now, if you remember, we had a pretty busy July not too long ago, as July 2024. That was our eighth highest eighth highest July on record for precipitation. I know we're sitting at just underneath 6 inches of precipitation right now in Lincoln, so we could find our way in the top 10 this year too. But again, a very quick cutoff between those who have seen rain and those who haven't. I know several portions of the state still under that area of drought, and they could use the rainfall. So hopefully we'll see a few more rain chances for them going forward.
And I know you'll be sticking around to watch this system that's making its way ever so close to Lincoln.
Yeah, we call it babysitting the radar. So that's exactly what I'll be doing here over the next couple of hours.
You're on babysitting service. All right. Thank you so much, Dominic. New developments. Union Pacific's Big Boy has officially returned home. The world's largest operating steam locomotive is back at its steam shop in Wyoming after wrapping up a historic cross-country tour. They spent a total of 93 days traveling the nation as they celebrated America's 250th birthday. The locomotive made several stops across Nebraska during the tour and also visited communities from Sacramento all the way to Philadelphia. Coming up, our Nick Erickson joins us as we dive into the Sports Zone. He's going to talk more about Big Ten Media Days. It was the Huskers' turn. And some exciting volleyball news. Don't go anywhere.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, powered by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Well, hey, what's going on, everybody? Glad you can all be here for the 10 o'clock segment of the Sports Zone. Big Ten Media Days continued into Thursday. Head coach Matt Rule led off the final 6 coaches who had yet to speak in Chicago. Joining Rule were tight end Luke Lindenmeyer, center Justin Evans, and cornerback Andrew Marshall. Rule is heading into year 4 as head coach of the Huskers, and after a 7-6 campaign in 2025, he said he thinks this group is capable of much more.
We didn't come to Nebraska to go 7-6. We came to compete for this. And being here today with teams who've won the national championship, it's inspiring. It speaks to this conference. It speaks to the people that run it, the coaches and the players that are in it. And we understand that we have to take a step this year. We're excited to do that. But I hope you can hear in my voice, I believe we will because of the young men in our program and what they've done.
Really inspiring words there from Coach. Rule has compiled a record of 19-19 in his first 3 seasons with the Huskers, but does sound confident in his team's ability to take a step forward in 2026. Yesterday, a trio of Husker volleyball players were named to the AVCA's Player of the Year watch list, and today, the Huskers released that the same trio of Bergen Riley, Andy Jackson, and Harper Murray were named to the Big Ten Volleyball Conference team. Riley won Big Ten Player of the Year in 2025 and is a 3-time Conference Setter of the Year. Both Murray and Jackson were named to the AVCA All-First Team in 2025, while also being a part of the Big Ten All-First Team the past 2 seasons. A lot of encouraging news breaking recently regarding the trio. It's going to be really fun to watch them entering their senior seasons at Nebraska. Well, also on Thursday, the Big Ten preseason coaches poll was released, Nebraska being named the unanimous favorite to repeat as Big Ten champions. And it makes sense for a team who was undefeated throughout the entire regular season in 2025. Behind the Huskers are Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue, and Minnesota to round out the top 5. Yesterday, both the Big Ten and SEC were unable to reach a negotiation with lawmakers in regards to the Protect College Sports Act. It is said that both the SEC and Big Ten had issues with, quote, closing a cap circumvention loophole. According to Yahoo Sports, of course, this is in regards to NIL money and in the payment of collegiate athletes, as Congress wants to build a universal set of rules to preserve the future of collegiate athletics. A statement from NCAA President Charlie Baker today said, quote, while no bill is perfect, I implore college sports leaders and senators to support this bill now. It is our best chance to deliver the benefits and level playing field student athletes deserve while providing the protections institutions need to sustain college athletics long term. Well, that's all the time we have here in the Sports Zone. Ron will go ahead and toss it back to you.
All right, thank you, Nick. We'll be back with a final check of your forecast and the latest on those storms. New at 10, some big hearts are making an even bigger difference for shelter pets. The Kearney Area Animal Shelter is thanking a group of local kids who donated money they raised through lemonade stands. The nonprofit says those donations will help provide food, medical care, and shelter. Adding their kindness is making a real difference in the community. Good for those kids. All right, let's get a final check of the weather. Get the latest on those storms heading our way.
Yep, we're looking at that line of showers and thunderstorms making its way towards us here in southeast Nebraska. I wanted to turn the lightning on here for a second because we could be getting a pretty good light show, especially for those closer to the Hastings, Red Cloud area as that continues to move south and east. Even a good couple of bolts here making its way right towards Seward and ultimately here towards us in the capital city. We do still have that severe thunderstorm watch then in place until 1 o'clock on Friday morning. So a couple more hours here left on that. We were able to shave off just a couple more counties there in northeast Nebraska. Likely we'll be able to do that then for some time. Going forward, we are looking at a small chance for a shower or two, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder for the start of our day on Friday. Might even see one or two of those showers as the system departs then to our east as we head towards the early afternoon. But look at that, 81 degrees for a high temperature, 85 on Saturday, mostly sunny skies. In fact, Saturday, if you've got any outdoor plans, get it done on Saturday. I know that's going to be a great day to get outside and enjoy the nice weather. Into the upper 80s then on Sunday. And another perk here, we'll lose a little bit of that humidity as we go through the weekend as well. So we'll have an eye on those storm chances as we go throughout the rest of the evening. As always, Rod, and we'll cut back into programming if need be. But and continue to post updates on social media, the website, and we'll have you up to date as we go through the overnight hours.
You bet. I knew you'd be sticking it around like you always do, keeping an eye on it for everybody. Thank you so much, Dominic, and thank you for joining us. Megan Houston will have your Friday morning news starting at 5 o'clock. Jimmy Kimmel's coming up next. Have a great night.
Come see us at our new South Point.